Alright guys, welcome back to page 2. Thanks for coming back for another round of finding out the why. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Keep working hard. Reminder, it's recommended that you do these problems twice if you had to pause or think about how to do them in any way whatsoever, or if you made any little mistake whatsoever, certainly recommended for you to repeat that same exact problem a totally separate time on a second instance. So chances are, if you're here at the video guide, that means you had some questions on the problem, on a particular problem. So the reality is, you should probably, after you finish the video, or after you finish going through the assignment or the review guide once, go back, bam, do it a second time. Okay, especially those problems you didn't get. Anyways, okay, so what type of are they vertical, linear pair, um, adjacent angles? Let's see, 1 and 2, they are across the vertex from each other. They're vertical. Vertical. Number B, these do not share a common ray, nor are they just opposite each other, and they don't form two straight lines. They form one straight line right there, but not two straight lines, so these are actually neither. C, if you look at what makes up those two angles, it's this guy. That makes a straight line, and they're adjacent, so they're a linear pair. And these two guys, so that angle and this angle right there, those just share a ray, so they're adjacent. Alright, let's crank out this one. Find the values of x. Okay, what we're going to see is, notice we've got a few equations we can get. We can notice that these are vertical angles, so y equals 12x plus 1. We got another vertical pair there, z equals 5x plus 9, but we don't have, they're not the same variables, so that would kind of make it a little bit trickier. But we do notice that x is in both of these two angles right here, and those two angles make up a linear pair, so we can crank this out. We can say, since they make up a linear pair, they're supplementary. If they're supplementary, they equal 180 degrees. So we set that up and say that they equal 180. We solve that, we get 17x plus 10 equals 180, minus 10, we get 170, divide by 17, and we get 10. So we get x is 10. Fantastic. After we get x is 10, we can stick it back in and start getting some values for these here angles. And the reason why is because eventually we have to find y and z, and if we find out what this guy is, we can find out what y is, and if we find out what this guy is, we can turn around and we can find out what z is. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here, times 10 plus 1, so it's 121. So that means y is also 121, just by the fact that those are vertical angles. Fantastic. And notice how, if that's 121, that makes those two make a linear pair. Angle y and angle z make a linear pair. So I'm just going to do 180 minus 121, and we're going to have 59. Z is going to be equal to 59 degrees. Fantastilistic. That's a weird word. I just made it up. Anyways, so let's keep going. These two guys are complementary, we're saying. So if we read it, it says 1 and 2 are complementary. Straight from the words into symbols, we can say that measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 90, because that's what complementary means. Two angles whose sum of their degrees is 90. So then we can stick this in there for angle 1. We can stick this in there for angle 2. And we can crank that out and find out what x is. So we combine like terms, we get 9x minus 9 equals 90. Add 9, 9x equals 99. We get x is 11, but that's actually not the finish to the problem. We want to find out what measure of angle 1 is. So we do measure of angle 1 equals 5 times 11 minus 2, which is 55 minus 2, or 53 degrees. Fantastic. Keep up the good work, guys. Let's crank it out. Anyways, draw each of the following scenarios for angle ABC where point P is located. Maybe there should be a colon there. Anyways, on the interior of the angle. So I'm going to draw ABC, A, B, C. By the way, B has to be the vertex because it's written in the middle. Anyways, where it's located on the interior of the angle. So anywhere, I'm gonna highlight it. Anywhere up in here is okay to put P. So I'm just gonna crank it right there. Okay, ABC, A, B, C, and on the angle, so anywhere on the two rays. So that's a good spot right there. And then on the exterior of the angle, would be anything up out in this away. So sure, I'm gonna put it there for fun. Sweet. Peace. Okay, great job on the second page. Let's go to the third page and keep up the good work. Oops, wrong thing.